Well, no Easter basket is complete without some candy and maybe something practical like summer sandals, bubbles, or something else for summer. But one thing kids will never outgrow is a good book. So joining us with some ideas on what to stuff your Easter baskets with this year, we have owner of Leanna's Books and More, Leanna Hillard. Thank you so much for coming in this morning, Leanna.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
We love having you here. So talk to me about why it's important to make sure that with the candy and the little Easter baskets, students or kids should have a book as well.
Books are awesome, first off. Kids learn so much from a book, whether it's a comic book or a coloring book, no matter what book it is, because when they're reading, they're learning new words, they're learning new meanings, and then they're learning of things, what they can do. And also it brings you together, family time. You can read to your child, but then your child can then read to you.
Okay, so starting with those children, the toddlers, what kind of picks would you recommend for their Easters? I know there was one that you just grabbed that you can touch and feel the thing. Let's talk about the Grumpy Bunny.
Oh, it is so cute. The Grumpy Bunny, it's a touch and feel book. So every page has a different, like a little chick, and then you feel the chick, and it has the Grumpy Bunny, and it's just all touch and feel. So that way, again, children are learning, you know, the touch, the different feels, and the colors and things of that nature. And then there's a Pat the Bunny. It's a little Easter book with little Easter eggs, and you count the eggs. So you're learning as you're reading, and kids don't even know that they're learning. They're just having fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
so
that's
it makes it really neat.
Okay.
So I also brought in Peter Cottontail, the classic, right?
Of course.
Family traditions. So I thought, you know, if you don't have a family tradition, you can start one. It's never too late.
Yeah.
And holidays, to me, are a great time to start reading, and the kids, because it's a reason. You know, I don't like to read. Well, but it's Easter. Let's read an Easter bunny book, you know, at Christmas or whatever holiday it is. And then that actually gets them interested.
Yeah, you know, Peter Cottontail, why that name really rings a bell. I bet that was one of the ones my mom used to read when we were younger. Talk to me about the teens, adults. What do you have for them here today?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have the big YouTuber book over here. It's called Ready to Meet the King of the Internet.
Okay.
And he's a real big YouTuber. And then I brought in, of course, Taylor Swift.
Of course.
She's our Swiftie. And then Dog Man. And I even brought in joke books because, you know, sometimes kids really aren't into reading, but joke books, they'd love, you know, to tell you a joke. So now they're reading and not realizing they're learning, and they're also having fun. And then it brings us into some of the more grown-up books. I didn't bring a whole lot, but I did bring a few, and they're all on the New York Times bestsellers. So
wow, it sounds like tricking them into learning is the fun part of all.
It is. They don't know, but they are learning.
Wow. Well, so what other little educational things could you throw into an Easter basket, do you think?
Oh, well, like for instance, the Pat the Bunny. I mean, they're learning to count. So then if you have little Easter eggs, or if you have an egg hunt, they have them learn how to count. You know, count the eggs, things like that. And then even like there's kids' cookbooks. Learning how to make cookies, you know, just different things. And not only is it learning, but it's family time, and it brings your family closer. Okay. Which it's a nice thing to do. It's fun for everybody.
Yeah.
And even coloring. Coloring's fun. They can color a picture for one of the family members at the house, or, you know, have a little coloring contest with the kids at the home.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So if people want to come and find you, if they want to get some of this great advice that you have to offer in person, if they want to see your selection, where can they find you?
They can find us. We have 3 locations. We have one in Niles at the Eastwood Mall, and also at the Grove City Outlets, and in Austintown on Kirk Road and Raccoon, right on the corner, and also our website, www.leannasbooks.com. And just one quick shout out, we are having a book signing with local author Randy Ryan today at 1 o'clock at Niles, and then also on Sunday, or excuse me, next Saturday, on the 19th. He'll be there, and we're also having some Easter egg hunts in our Austintown and also our Grove City store.
Okay, so much going on around the valley. That's awesome to hear, Leanne. Thank you so much for coming in and bringing us some of your selection here and giving us some great tips to educate the kids out there.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you.
Thank you.